Today I am super excited for today's video because yesterday we talked about the top 5 Office funniest characters. Pretty good list in my humble opinion. And today we're going to be doing an expansion. So we're going to do top 10 funniest TV characters. So anything goes. Obviously there is a flaw in this list. It's only shows that I've seen. So if there's a character that you really like and I miss them, comment who it is and the show that they're in. So maybe I can go watch that show and just expand my funny perspective. So let's get right into the list. So coming in at number 10 is actually Georgie Cooper Jr. Fun fact, I have never seen a single episode of The Big Bang Theory, not even seen clips. I only started watching Young Sheldon about a year ago, and me and my wife binge watched it. And I think Georgie Cooper is the funniest character in that show. What's funny about Young Sheldon is I watch that show for every character but Young Sheldon. Isn't that funny? But Georgie Cooper's the perfect mix of he's witty, he's also a little dumb, so there's a little dumb humor in there. He's also caring, so he's not a complete idiot. But his character arc in that show is pretty dang good, but he is a funny character. And if you've seen Young Sheldon, him or Missy is probably your favorite character. Or I could throw Mima in there, but she's pretty funny too. But I think Georgie's the funniest in that show, so that's why he's at number 10. Number 9 is the Great Modern Family's Jay Pritchett. I love Modern Family's style where they talk to the camera. It doesn't really make any sense in the show, but who cares because it's all for fun. Jay Pritchett is so funny in that show. Like, he makes hilarious comments under his breath all the time. He's basically like every dad, or most dads, I should say. He's a lot of most dads or grandpas, like their humor. He is definitely their humor, but not in like a cringy way. Like, he is awesome. I love Jay Pritchett. Coming in at number 8 is the legendary Joey Tribbiani. I think I'm saying his last name right. He is the funniest character. Okay, I shouldn't say that. But he is one of the funniest characters I've ever seen. I love Joey so much just because of like his relationship with food. His funny relationship with other women is funny. Him being broke all the time, but also being like dumb is funny. Like, I love the dumb characters. They're always funny. And I really truly think that each and every one of us want a real life friend like Joey Tribbiani. So at number 7 is actually 2. It's one because it's 1A and 1B. It's Sean Spencer and Burton Guster. But if you've seen a random episode of Psych, you will not even know what his name is because he gives a different name every time. I think Psych is one of the funniest shows I've ever seen. It's definitely in my top 10 list of shows of all time. It's something that's easy to rewatch. I mean, I think we all do that. We rewatch our funny favorite shows. I feel like that's my sense of humor, just being like silly and just weird, and it's just funny. Like, he is, sometimes it's so random, and that's my favorite type of humor. So number 6 definitely has some nostalgia to it to me. It's Josh Nichols from Drake and Josh. Now, the reason why I don't have Josh and Drake in this is just because I feel like Josh was more of the reason why it was funny. Obviously, every character in a funny show has funny parts, but Josh's spazziness and reactions to things like just the time where he thought he was getting broken up with by Mindy and he's like, why? I sweat. I wish I could put that clip in here.
So Josh, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure, what's up?
Well, we've been dating for a couple months now.
You're breaking up with me? Why? What'd I do?
Nothing.
I can't help it, I sweat.
But it's just so funny. And if you do not like Drake and Josh and you're between the ages of 18 to 25, I don't know what your childhood was like. Coming in at number 5 is probably a lesser known character because it is a Canadian TV show. It's called Corner Gas. All my OGs will definitely know what this show is and how funny this character is. It was a neck and neck between these two characters, between Hank Yarbo and Oscar Leroy. But Oscar Leroy comes in at number 5. So Oscar breaks my top 5. He's an old guy. He's cranky. He's always upset. He's another dumb character. He is just hilarious. That whole show is hilarious. But Oscar, I feel like he is the most quotable. He has scenes that I rewatch all the time. Everyone should go give that show a chance. I tried to show it to my wife and she didn't really like it. Number 4. So getting into the top 4 is tough, but number 4 is another Modern Family member, and it is Cameron Tucker. Now, that show has so many funny people. You got Phil, Gloria's funny, Mitch is really just annoying. They all, and like young Lily, young Luke, they're all funny. But I think the absolute funniest in that show is Cameron Tucker, pulling it in. Big boy Cam, and he's just so funny because he's gay. He's like feminine but also masculine at the same time. So he can play either one. So he has moments where it's just, if you haven't seen Modern Family, I hope you have because it's funny. I feel like we all have an uncle like Cam, or a brother or a friend or someone. Coming in at number 3, this list would not be complete without an Office member, and that is the legendary Michael Gary Scott. Michael Scott literally shapes the humor of our young citizens here in the United States. If you do not like The Office, we probably can't be that good of friends. Now, I actually thought The Office was super stupid when I first saw an episode of it, like in passing. However, when I got surgery on my nose and I was out I didn't get a nose job. It was like I have a deviated septum. Why does everyone keep saying that? Anyways, so I was out for like a week or so, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to give The Office a chance. So I watched The Office, and it is the funniest thing I have ever seen. I'm actually doing the top 10 funniest moments of what made me laugh the hardest. It was pretty painful because my nose was hurting and I was laughing. Anyways, Michael Scott comes in at number 3. And breaking the top 2 is another Office member. It is Kevin Malone. Kevin Malone he just has moments where I just can't stop busting up laughing. I don't know what it is about the heavier guy who just makes jokes about, or is just like, he's kind of dumb. And it's just, Kevin Malone is so funny. Like everything down to his voice and the things he says. And when he's talking directly to the camera, I just think it's hilarious. Now, this was a tough decision, but once I say it, you'll probably be, if you've watched this show, you'll be like, oh, that's obvious. Tough. It was a tough decision, but the number 1 funniest character in any TV show that I've ever seen is the great Chandler Bing from Friends. Now, Chandler's one of those people that actually intentionally is funny. Most of these people on this list don't try that much. They're just like in the show, they're funny, like if you're watching, but Chandler's one of those people that he's funny if he was your friend and if you're watching the show. I love his humor. I think it's just hilarious. And I really am sad that Matthew Perry passed away, but he was just one of the funniest actors I have ever seen on screen. So Chandler Bing comes in at number 1. What do you think of the list? Thank you so much for watching this far. If you made it this far, you probably should like and subscribe if you already haven't done that. But if you're angry about this list and you don't think I did a good job, comment down below what you would change, who you would change, and what show they're in so I can expand my funniness knowledge. Thank you everyone that subscribed yesterday. So hopefully you enjoy this video. Just want to say I do appreciate your support.